Existentialism is a philosophical theory that defines the existence of the individual as a free and responsible agent in determining their own development through acts of the will. In other words, everyone can do what they want and are held responsible for their actions. Society can be represented by a structure of Jenga blocks, where each block or person represents a purpose in society, which is to maintain the structure. For me, defining that purpose did not come as easy. I felt pressure from my parents and teachers to answer the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? In our society, the purpose we serve tends to be defined by our careers and the jobs we take. And around middle school, that's when I began my existential crisis, meaning I was in a position where I felt as if the life I was leading would have no meaning or purpose. Admittedly, these reactions may appear severe. However, I did feel a lot of pressure to define exactly what to be because it would inform the classes I would take, the extracurriculars I would be involved in that would make me the perfect college candidate with a specific future. My crisis was further perpetuated by my peers around me who appeared to have their career defined based on the classes they excelled in or the curriculars they were involved in. My parents also played a role in developing my crisis, as they primarily introduced me to a particular type of career path, such as doctor and engineer. And as a person who to this day dislikes science and math, I felt extremely limited. My parents and peers had aspirations for the type of careers that tend to ensure success, stability, and reliability. However, amongst the Jenga blocks that represented a doctor-engineer, I did not find a place to fit. Much of my crisis was built on my desire to pursue a career that I had a passion, interest, and appreciation for. I did not want my high school career to be working towards a bleak future devoid of interest, and I didn't want my career to be simply based on working for the weekends, and I felt there was no bigger picture to strive for. So upon entering high school, I simply involved myself in different extracurriculars and activities with little to no reason at all. I simply did them to fulfill requirements or make my brag sheet look better. And so I involved myself in things like AP US History, mock trial, community service at the library, and more. And eventually, by my junior year, I was able to define my purpose. I decided I would enter college majoring in political science, where I could engage in a career that served the role of bettering society while engaging my affinity for US history and community service. And following my discovery of that path, it came unexpectedly. And despite this, I discovered a passion I had, which was to play a role in serving the betterment of society. Ultimately, what my experiences taught me is that some people know exactly what they're set out to do, and some people don't, which is perfectly acceptable regardless of your age or grade level. What's important to keep in mind is that you need to keep trying new things. You have to maintain persistence, motivation, in order to achieve the feeling of belonging in society. And ultimately, what's most important is that you can overcome your existential crisis and you can find a place to put your block in the Jenga structure of society. Thank you.